Good day, ma'am. I'm Givara Salano from 3CRI-A1-11. So today, I'm presenting glass fracture. The lesson objectives are identify the properties of glass, explain the theories related to the glass fracture. So let's proceed to the properties of glasses, glass fractures, and types of fractures. So properties of glasses, so ito yung tinatawag na characteristic of glass. Ito yung transparency, heat resistance, pressure and breakage resistance, and chemical resistance. So let's proceed to the glass fracture. The penetration of ordinary window glass by a projectile, whether it is a bullet or a stone, it produces a familiar fracture pattern in which cracks both radiate outward and encircle hole. So dito daw po sa glass fracture, kahit bullet or stone pa man yung tumama dun sa glass, isa lang daw po yung magiging itsura ng pagkakabasag sa isang glass. So meron sila, magpo-produce sila ng familiar fracture pattern. So let's proceed to the type of glass fractures. So low velocity impact fracture. Low velocity projectiles produce cracks in the glass which radiate outward from the point of impact. So dito daw po sa low velocity impact, as we can see, it creates radial fractures. Wala pa siyang concentric fracture. The glass is not completely broken. Hindi siya totally basag na basag kasi nga yung velocity, yung low velocity is mahina. Mahina yung energy, yung force na tumama dun sa isang glass. So, next, high velocity impact fracture. So, yung sa high velocity impact fracture naman daw po is kabaligtaran ng low velocity impact. Dito naman sa high is basag na basag yung glass. Kasi nga po, dahil sa malakas na energy or force na tumama dun sa may salamin. So, next, thermal fracture. In untempered glass, a typical heat crack is curved, has a smooth edge, and has no indication of the point of origin of the crack. So, dito naman daw po sa thermal fracture, hindi involved si low velocity and si high velocity. Ang involved naman po dito is yung heat, or dahil sa panahon or dahil sa sunog, kaya nabasag ang isang glass. So, yes, meron siyang radial fracture, but we don't know kung saan nga ba nagsimula ang radial fracture. Kasi nga, ang naging sanhi na pagkabasag ng thermal fracture is dahil sa init at hindi dahil sa force. So, next, let's proceed to the direction and sequence of force determination. So, the first step in this method is to find radial fracture that are within the first concentric fracture. So, dito naman daw po sa first step, we need to know and locate the radial fracture. Dito natin kailangan hanapin yung mga malalaking bitak. Yung makikita naman po natin sa picture na andun yung mahaba. Yung mahabang bitak, yun po yung tinatawag na radial fracture. So, the second step, figure out which side of the fragment was facing in and facing out. So, dito naman daw po sa second step, kailangan natin i-figure out kung saan po ba galing yung fragment. Kung sa labas daw ba or sa loob. So, the third step, when the projectile strikes glass, it creates ridges called conchoidal fracture. A long edge that are visible in profile. So, ang conchoidal fracture naman daw po is, first, ang gagawin muna natin is titingnan muna natin yung mga ridges line. Obserbahan muna natin siya hanggang sa makita natin yung conchoidal fracture. Pag nakita na po yung conchoidal fracture, malalaman na po natin kung saan nga bang direction tumama or galing yung isang bullet or yung isang stone. So, next, sa collecting and handling glass and glass fragments. So, step 1, identify and photograph any glass sample before moving them. So, sa step 1, kailangan po muna natin i-identify yung glass, kung ano ba siyang klaseng glass, and i-photograph sila bago i-collect yung isang glass. So, step 2, collect the largest fragments that can be reasonably collected. So, dito na kailangan na natin i-collect yung mga largest fragments na magiging isang evidence. So, sa step 3, seal and mark the box containing them. So, after i-collect na nung evidence or ng glass evidence, kailangan na natin i-seal sila and i-mark para dali na sa laboratory at ma-examine na. So, sa glass analysis, Forensic analysis of glass consists of the examination of two or more fragments to determine whether they have a common origin. So, identifying broken glass fragments having a common source to the exclusion of all other source may only be done if they can be physical match together. So, dito naman po sa glass analysis, kailangan magkaroon ng examination ng two or more fragments para ma-determine natin kung magkamukha ba sila, magkamukha ba sila or magtutugma ba sila or they have a common origin. So that's all, ma'am. Thank you.